Joey Brander here at the inaugural Iconic 32 Pop Culture Summit alongside the very talented Poet Ali himself.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, doing very well.
Good.
Now, the whole theme of the day today is culture and pop culture specifically. Can you tell us a little bit about what culture means to you?
Oh yeah, okay. I think culture is defined by, a group of people. It can be, ethnicities, it can be your heritage, it can be your ancestry, but it can also be a passion or a subculture, things that bring people together, things that unite people around a common idea, a feeling, or a language.
Now, how do you use culture to inspire others, and what are some things that you see that inspire you?
I think I'm more inspired by culture than I use culture to inspire others, and I think because I've had a lot of accessibility to the culture of the arts and the subculture within the arts, I've had the good fortune of being inspired by those subcultures and being able to pour back into that subculture.
Now, a very successful music career you've had. Can you tell us a little bit about the writing process and kind of how something becomes an idea or a beat or maybe a few lines here and there into the songs?
Yeah. For me, it goes, a lot of different ways. Sometimes it starts with an idea and what I want to say. Other times it starts with a music and you're inspired by a piece of music and you etch out what you want to say based on that, the feeling that a melody gives you or the feeling that a rhythm gives you or a feeling that an experience give you. So it goes both ways for me. Sometimes it's the words, sometimes it's the music, and sometimes they end up happening together.
Now, a lot of stars in music have had different theories about when they know a song is going to be a hit. Some people say, it's the one that, you write it in 10 minutes, it just comes flowing out of you, you know that one's the hit. Some people say, the ones that you really pour over, you really, think about in a long fashion, those are the hits. What is your philosophy on that? Is there a way when a song is going to be a hit, or does it just kind of happen organically?
I would say maybe three things. One, you definitely got to feel right about it. There's nothing worse than putting out music that you're not happy about. Nothing worse than that. Because if you've done something to please other people and you're not happy with it and it doesn't end up going the way you want, then you're stuck with this thing and you don't even like it yourself. So you got to have a certain feeling about it. Two, I think once it's released, it's no longer your decision, it's the people's decision on whether it, kind of becomes a hit or not. Three, I would say simplicity. That's what I've learned over the years, simplicity. Music is more about the feeling it gives us than anything. As much as I'm a lyricist and I love the words and I love the content, it's more about the feeling than anything.
Now, who are some current people in music that you think are, really utilizing their platform, utilizing culture, and making, music that's a true art form? Because that's something that creates a lot of controversy.
I mean, right off the top of my head, if you were to talk specifically hip-hop, I would say Kendrick Lamar is a great example of that. He made a really big decision with his second release to make a statement about something he believes in, something he stands for. A lot of the hip-hop market at large could look at it and say, oh, that was polarizing for hip-hop fans. But as an artist, I absolutely respect the fact that he made a decision, is making decisions to put out stuff that he cares about and that he loves. That would be just in one genre. Outside of hip-hop, another person that comes to mind is John Legend. I know he does a lot of work outside of his music to give back, and I think that's commendable. I respect that and appreciate that.
No, you're such a versatile person, so many diverse talents. Talking specifically about hip-hop music, what do you think about some of the more versatile hip-hop artists that create music that wouldn't typically fit into the stereotypical hip-hop genre, but are able to create a lot of different music, like we saw with Kendrick Lamar's most recent album. Drake is able to create a lot of different sounds with his versatile talents. What do you think about that, the current state of hip-hop music, and where you think that trend is headed?
That's tough. Mos Def has a quote I love on one of my favorite albums, Black on Both Sides. The beginning of it, on the intro, it says, ask yourself, where am I going? and that's where hip hop is going. And I love that quote because it's really the people who shape the culture, back to culture, that decide where this art form is going to go. My thoughts now are maybe different than before. Right now, I feel if it's good music, it's good music. You know, and you can hate on stuff in a lot of ways, in a lot of different angles, but as a creator of music and the art form, I try to learn as much as I can, even if I may not be able to get into something because it's not my cup of tea, or, you know, I'm just not into the lyrics, you know, but I could still learn from it as a creator or as a producer or as a songwriter.
Poet Ali, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.